Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. I'm one half of the Dungeon Swag team, and we're in the 3.5 Monster Manual. Today's entry is the Dryad. They're a medium fae that pretty much have to stay within a certain distance of a tree, or they die within 24 hours. They are not particularly interesting. They are something that you kind of have to provoke, and I don't know, I'm just not into that. That's not how I would play them. I think the rules for them are not great. This is a base I had from something else that I'm reusing, because that's what I do. So anyways, the deal with the Dryad, according to the book... Oh my gosh, I'm out of glue? That can't be right. I just opened this, didn't I? Alright, well... damned if you do, damned if you don't. Wow. I find that really unlikely that that glue is empty too. This one's right out of the package, so it should be good. And we need some baking soda. Don't worry, I know a guy. I'm going to hit that with a toothbrush. I've had the same thing of baking soda for at least 10 years, no exaggeration. Alright, so what I have here are some female hero clicks. And you could use miniatures or anything you have, but I think the plastic of hero clicks would serve my cause better. This poison ivy obviously was my first choice, just because she's got a vine, but they don't have vines, they have oak trees. So maybe that one's my choice. I really want to use that poison ivy though. Let's see if we can cut this girl up. So the deal is they have like tree bark for skin and leaves for hair. That plastic's pretty hard actually. So let's see if we can add some lines to her like bark and make her look like tree bark pretty easily. You want to cut these a little bit deep so you don't lose them in the paint job. And you can do that as much as you feel necessary. I might be going a little overboard. Especially because we don't know if we're going to lose those in the paint job. We might not. I'm hoping we don't. Alright, let's get a little bit of glue on that. Now, dryads are supposed to be naked. Supposed to be. Get a couple small stones. Knocked that doing right off there, didn't I? Okay. Set these ladies off to the side. I keep these hero click bases in case I ever need them for something. I'll throw these ladies back in the box. Okay. Let's paint her. I'm going to hit her with a quick prime. It's a black rattle can. And this is not an enormously thick coat, because again, I said I didn't want to lose that detail. So I think the first thing we want to do is give her like a dark brown everywhere except for her hair. And probably not on the vine, but we'll see. I'm going to get a little bit of water on my brush. Let's start with this burnt umber. This is like an apple barrel Walmart paint. I told you I tend to be a little more PG at my table, and I'm going to tell you why. One, you never know. I do have small children that could be going in my D&D room, coming in to visit us during D&D, what they do sometimes. They're 6 and 8, so they probably shouldn't be seeing a bunch of nudity. Also, because you have players that can come from all kind of different walks of life, and some people, they might not like nudity. They might be, you know, it might bother them. It might offend them. Maybe they had some kind of weird thing happen to them or traumatic thing happen to them. I don't know. I don't think about that as much, but that's a possibility. Here's another thing. I'm not a pervert. And in my life, I have met not a large portion, but I've met some people in our hobby that play tabletop role-playing games and stuff that are really obsessed with adding sexuality to their games. In some cases, it's because in real life they don't get any action, I think. But I don't know. I'm not trying to judge, but it's kind of hard not to sometimes. I've met players that I don't think I've ever seen a naked woman except for on the internets. And these were like people in their 40s and 50s and stuff. We had a player for a while who actually at one point hit on my wife. I don't know what his thought was there, but he did. He hit on my wife. Not very sly and not with any tact, but he did. So another thing is, I don't want to provoke a thought that this is a safe place to be hitting on people or to get people worked up in any way. And you start adding a lot of sexuality and nudity to your games and sexual situations, you don't know what you're opening the door for people to think about. I could be wrong. I'm probably overreacting. But after someone hit on my wife, I was kind of like, yeah, we're going to have to tone that shit back. Also, I don't think it's needed. I think that good storytelling doesn't need nudity and stuff to make it work. I think that's just, you know, it's a tool that you could use in your games if you need it. And maybe younger people, you know, because when I was younger, I noticed a lot of people were really into it, and they were like, they weren't perverts about it. All right, so now I'm going to get this makeup brush here in a medium brown. Kind of lighten her up and hit that base some too. This will give her some variation. And it'll make the base look better. And we're going to get a lighter brown and do that again on her. So yeah, that's why I can't have stuff like that in my games. This is a chestnut. This is like a little bit of an orangish brown. I don't know how this is going to look. But we'll see. Ooh, I've done bad there. Popped her right off the old base key. And then I got another lighter color here. This is called Territorial Beige. And I'm again not cleaning out my brush, just getting that on there. And for now, this is probably going to be the last and the lightest color I use. For now. Something like that. And let's get our cheapy brush back out and let's get a green. So I'm going to start with that Arbor green, that real dark green I use a lot. I'm going to try to get in here and get some of this hair. Alright, I need a better brush. This one's just way too soft and cheapy. I need to get in anywhere with that. So I switched to my Army Painter Starter brush. That it's kind of a good workhorse brush. I use it for a lot of small stuff. Something like that. I'm going to do the leaves on her vine with that same green. Though I do plan on painting the green like a completely different color than base coat. Or maybe lightening it up and doing it in brown. I don't know. I think I'm going to do it in green though, like a lighter green. Alright. Let's get that green put away. Let's hit it with a hot air gun at burning +2. Let's get this Kelly green. See what that's about. Okay. Let's start with that vine down here on the ground. Be real careful. We don't want to paint her. It kind of, on these hero clicks, sometimes there's not a real good definitive line between different parts of a sculpt. So we really don't want to accidentally drag it up onto her, you know. Man, I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out what's what here. Man, I tell you what, I can barely see what I'm doing. Oh, shook the whole table. Probably missed part of that vine somewhere for sure, knowing me. Yep, missed all kind of parts of that vine. Okay, something like that. Let's hit her with the +2 hot air gun of burning real quick. Let's get a different brush here, like maybe that cheaper brush I was using a bit ago, my cheapy brush. Let's get that and wipe a lot of that out. Let's kind of brighten our hair up a little bit. Let's be real careful. Okay, now let's get that same green, get a little bit of that there. Let's get this lighter green, this is called lime. Let's see if we can't mix a happy medium there. Not too light. Something like that. And then we can kind of mix some whatever of the green here and touch some of the vine just to break it up. We want to be real careful here that we're not, getting it where we don't want it. Okay, so I think something like that would work pretty good. I think we should probably do her eyes. You definitely don't need to, but let's look at to see if the eyes are even colored in the book, because I don't know if they are. They appear to be dark with like a shiny dot. So oh, we need to do those rocks on our base too. I forgot all about those. I'm excited about those. We had to use my favorite color on them. Man, with how bad my hands are shaking me, we should not have done the eyes. And I'm going to hit those with the hot air gun real quick. I have my brush in my mouth. And then I didn't want to do a little dot of white, so I'm going to do a little dot of this yellow. Here we go. Probably could have used like a really bright green if you had something like that you liked too, but I didn't choose to do that. I'm choosing to do Oh, hell, that's way too big. Okay. I won't focus up. Just little dots of yellow. So, let's get those rocks. Using my cheapy brush and my favorite color in the entire world, pavement. Where are you, pavement? Why do you hide from me when I need you? Since I have 2 bottles, it should be super easy to find. And this is that pewter I just used to break up the surface a little bit. I used to use a lot of dirt, like real dirt, in my stuff, and I kind of got away from it. And I kind of want to get back into that, using real dirt for my bases and stuff, because even though you have to like treat it with rubbing alcohol and stuff, it looks really good on some minis. On her, I wouldn't need it, but I'm just thinking we're going to be doing some bigger minis, so. Okay. We'll hit it with a hot air gun real quick. Then we'll get some glue and flock it. This is our PG-13 Dryad. Looking for glue. This is just Elmer's clear glue. I don't think you have to buy Elmer's brand. I just happen to have Elmer's brand. Hold on. Sometimes you get that little skin on the top of your glues, and there we go. A little bit of glue. Now, I go through quite a bit of this Elmer's glue, I'm going to be honest with you. The clear. So, what I'm doing is trying to get quite a bit on here, because I imagine she's near a tree in a lush forest, and there's a lot of greenery there. Plus, with how green she is, having another green that kind of pops out might look nice. Okay, so there's our Dryad from an old Hero Click or any miniature you had laying around, and you could have done yours your way, and I didn't mind mine. I think it turned out okay. I think it definitely looks like a Dryad. What I want to do now is just go around the outside of this base with black. I really want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell. And if you look in the description, it might not be there right now, but it will be. There is a link to the Dungeon Swag website. And there is a link to our Discord. And we'd like you to join the Discord and show us the projects you're working on. And if you're making any of the stuff I'm making here on Dungeon Swag, I'd love to see it. We'd like to see how you paint your miniatures, and maybe some of you that are really good could help tutor us or tutor other people in painting. I don't know. Come to the website. Don't join the website. Come to the website and check out our minis. They're pretty nice. We're going to be using one of my minis for the next entry in the monster manual, which is the dwarf. I think we're going to use that one. I don't know. I kind of want to do a Durger, though, and I don't want to make one of my beautiful dwarves a Durger. I have these, like, real crappy dwarves from, I don't know what that's from. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so there's our Dryad. Take it upstairs after I clear coat it and just put it on my little turntable and talk about how we'll run this thing. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.